Well, there's some breaking news which has just come in where Samsung Heir Lee Jae-Yong has been convicted of bribery, embezzlement and perjury. Now, these are the charges for which he has been convicted. He's been sentenced for 5 years in prison. The chief of one of the world's biggest corporate empires was accused of bribing former South Korean President Park Geun-hye and has been in police custody since February. Now, Lee has been accused of bribing Park in exchange for government support for a merger of its affiliates that helped him tighten control over Samsung's sprawling empire. Now, this is a big shocker that's just coming in where the boss of Samsung has been convicted by a court. And for more on this, we are joined in by my colleague Sumit Chaturvedi, who's tracking all the details for us. Sumit, this comes as a big blow for Samsung. What exactly has happened in this case?
Well, Mr. Lee was in detention since Feb this year. The charges are of bribing the former president Park Geun-hye and also embezzlement worth rupees 6 billion won, which is South Korean currency. So the charges have proven to be true, and he's been awarded 5-year imprisonment. That's a big shock coming for one of the biggest companies in the whole world and the biggest company in South Korea. Samsung, as we all know, because we all use their appliances, mobile phones and all. Now, the problem here is that Samsung was not working on any big plan B. So once the Vice Chairman Lee will go to detention, there would be a problem. And for Samsung, there are tough times which are continuing. Remember, last year, the Galaxy Note 7 fires that caused substantial damage to Samsung reputation. Well, their fire was being caused due to batteries, default batteries, and that led to a loss of many million won for Samsung. Now, this has come on the heels of those losses, and for Samsung, it has to really, we can say that, dig its heel at a time when Apple is making inroads into mobile phone technology, and other big consumer durable companies are also beating Samsung. So that's a big shocker coming for Samsung, and the repercussions are going to be long for the South Korean giant.
Absolutely. And also, was this verdict expected? 5 years is the sentence that has been given, the quantum of the sentence that's been given to the heir of Samsung. Is this verdict likely to be challenged? And also, what does it mean for Samsung itself? This is one of the biggest tech companies anywhere in the world. How is that going to be impacted?
Saleh, as we understand, yes, it would be challenged by Samsung because it is a matter of their heir, the likely heir, going to jail, and it will not only damage the reputation. On the other hand, it will make Samsung headless, because in the succession planning, clearly there was one name which was emerging, was Lee. The succession planning goes for a toss. They have to bring in someone later on at a later stage, and when Lee came out, it will be difficult to say in what kind of circumstances he will come out and where will Samsung be standing. So that's a big jolt coming from one of the biggest companies in the overall globe, and also one of the biggest companies in South Korea. So that's why it's a double whammy for South Korea.